is Upendra Kumar Akshay. I am a maths educator from last 12 years. I used to teach on the different portals on the online classes, as well as I have taught earlier in different institutes in many institutes. Till now, I have taught more than 200 students on the educational portal in the institutes, as well as in different institutions. My main subject is maths. I used to teach maths for standard 11, standard 12, as well as for the JEE means examination and other reputed engineering college entrance examinations. Today I am going to cover the integral calculus. As you know, all the students, it is one of the most important parts of the class 12th, as well as very important part for your engineering entrance examinations. So the portions which I am going to cover, the integral calculus. So first of all, what is the calculus? What is the meaning of calculus? What is the integral calculus and where we have to apply the integral calculus? Then comes, just like I'm going to make it is on in the screen. First of all, the basic integration. So the basic integration, as you all know, it comes the functions. First is algebraic. Second one is come trigonometrical. Third one is inverse trigonometrical. These are your main functions. Some functions also, you know, just like it comes after this, exponential function and logarithmic functions. Logarithmic functions. First of all, I will clear each and everything about the basic integrations. Basic integrations. So in the basic integration, one by one, I will go step by step. First of all, about the integration of algebraic functions, then integration of trigonometrical functions. After it, integration of inverse trigonometrical, and then some part of exponential and logarithmic. First of all, I am going to explain each and everything about algebraic functions integrations. I'm going to take some some selected problems of integrations. In those problems, first of all, I want to clear about some integration formula. I know that you will be familiar about it, but I'm going to take one by one. Just like you know, x is to power n dx integrations. What is its? Always x raised to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus constant of integration c. Next is, what is the integration of any constant term? Just like we can take constant term is k, so k dx, you know, k into integration of dx x, kx plus c. Then one functions is what? The integration of sine square x. So these types of function we say integration of power of functions. Power of functions means we have the power here, sin x is what? Power 2. So whenever you have to integrate it, there is no any direct formula about it, which is comes in trigonometrical functions. Trigonometrical functions. So I will explain each and everything about those problem of trigonometrical functions different integration. After first of all, I will clear about the algebraic functions integrations. So I am taking now some very selected problems which are very useful for your board examinations as well as for your engineering entrance examinations. One problem I am taking. Integration of x by x plus 5. Integration of x upon x plus 5 dx. How you will integrate it, this problem? Problem number 1 I am taking. Integration of. Wherever you will see your numerator and denominator both have the same degree, because here what is your variable is x and exponent power of variable is what is here is 1 in numerator and denominator as well as 1. Difference is what in this both numerator and denominator? Here constant plus 5 is added. It is the format of, you can say, like x upon x plus 8. Your a is your part of constant. The constant can be any value, any positive number, any negative number, as well as any fractional value. These kind of format, how you will integrate it, this kind of format. So it's very easy method is what, whatever you have in the denominator, add it in numerator as well as subtract it. So we can make it x plus a minus a. Your numerator I can make it and denominator whatever given. After that what? You can split it. It become x plus a upon x plus a minus a upon x plus a. Now, both is we will split it. You know x plus a by x plus a cancel. So it becomes just integration of integral dx minus integral a upon x plus a dx. Now we can very easily integrate it as you know the direct formula. Same concept we have to use here. Okay, a can be your any value, just like here is 5. So we will add 5 and we will subtract 5. They can give here 2, 4, any value. If negative they have given, no problem. We will minus, we will do first and we will add later. Same concept we have to use in each and every problem. So in this problem, add 5 and subtract 5 in your numerator. What becomes this problem? X plus 5 minus 5 upon x plus 5 integration dx. Now split it. X plus 5 upon x plus 5 minus sign 5 upon x plus 5. Numerator and denominator same, cancelled out. It become only dx, integration of dx minus integration of 5 upon x plus 5. You know integration of dx, just like I told you earlier. Integration of any k dx is what is kx. So here k is what is 1. 1 dx is what is just 1x means x. Minus here is what? This integration of that formula. Integration of 1 by x. What will be always? Log x. Same like here. This 5 constant we can take outside. And integration of 1 upon x plus 5, what become? Log of x plus 5. Plus constant of integration. So final answer of integration of x upon x plus 5 is your x minus 5 log of x plus 5 plus c. Okay. It is one type of format. Very useful for your board examination as well as for any entrance examinations. Second problem I am taking. Integration of x square plus 2x plus 9 upon x cube, wait, x square. Sorry, problem I'm taking 1 minute. Upon root x. Okay, like that problem. Means you have the numerator as well as denominator, both your algebraic functions. So whenever you will see your numerator have more terms as compared to denominator, means here is what numerator have more terms. Denominator part is less term or one term. Better if your denominator is one term. If your denominator is one term and your numerator have many terms, more than two terms, so that kind of problem, if you have to solve, only one way you can do it. What? Split it each and every term. What you can write it is x square by root x plus 2x by root x plus 9 upon root x. Then simplify these each and every term. X square by root x. You know, the root x meaning is what is? It is always square root. Square root means what? X raised to the power 1 by 2. So here already x power 2. So if you will take it is, you will bring the denominator up. So it become x raised to the power 2, and this square root x raised to the power 1 by 2 become minus 1 by 2 here, plus the same like here, the x. So here power is 1 and this 1 minus 1 by 2, and plus here 9 x raised to the power minus 1 by 2. Two minus 1 by 2, as you know, 3 by 2 plus this 2 x to the power 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, plus that is just minus 1 by 2. Now the direct formula which I told you, which already you know, कि x raised to the power n integration is what is x raised to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. That formula you have to here apply. So it becomes x raised to the power 3 by 2 plus 1. I am writing directly. You know, 3 by 2 plus 1 become 5 by 2. Divide by 5 by 2 plus 2 x raised to the power here 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus 9 x raised to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 1. Minus 1 by 2 plus 1 will be what? 1 by 2. So 9 x raised to the power 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 plus constant of integration c. So what will be its final answer? X raised to the power 5 by 2 by 5 by 2. We can write it is 2 x raised to the power 5 by 2 by 5 plus here this 2 will come up. So 2 into 2, 4 x raised to the power 3 by 2 by this 3 plus this 2 into 9 become 18 x raised to the power 1 by 2 plus constant of c. Okay, it is the final answer. Going to take the problem number 3. See students, this third problem will be which I am going to take. It is one of the very tricky problem, we can say, very good problem. The basic problem, also the tricky problem, which a board examination, in the board examination, the board target this problem, as well as in entrance examinations, also this problem will be very important. It is just integration of log x. Integration of log x. How you will do this problem, integration of log x. See, the log x or any other inverse, sine inverse x, tan inverse x, other any inverse trigonometrical functions you can take, cos inverse x, whatever. Okay. Okay. If you have to integrate these functions, there is no any direct formula of integration to do this. So how you will do these problems? A very easy trick to solve these problems. Very easy trick. Whatever the functions which you have here, which don't have the director, your basic integral formula, just take one. Means integration of log x into 1. If suppose is given sine inverse x, integration of sine inverse x into 1, tan inverse x. Okay. What I am trying to explain it. See, whenever you have the any functions, not only this particular functions which I wrote here, any functions which do not have your direct integral formula. Okay. So how you will find out its integrations? So in these kind of problems, just take into 1 from your own side. Why you have to take 1 from your own side? Because now it is become integration by parts. Now the problem you can solve by method of integration. One method of integration, as you know, integration by parts. Okay, so we will apply integration by parts here. So see, log x into 1. Now become it is two functions. Log x into 1. You know integration by parts, two functions will be there. So what is the priority you have to take? Means which you have to select the first function and which is the second function. So for that selections, you know, we have to use the rule which we say the Eilert rule. What is this Eilert rule? First priority always we have to give inverse function. First priority inverse function. Second priority logarithmic. Third priority A for algebraic, T for trigonometrical, and the last one E for exponential. Okay, these are. So here log x, logarithmic functions. One is nothing. One is just like we can take it is like algebraic functions. So your priority according to priority is what? Logarithmic is before algebraic. So log x we will take the first function. Use the integration by parts formula. What is the integration by parts formula? First function as it is means log x as it is. Integration of second function. The integration of second function means 1 dx. Then minus integral. Just use the formula of integration by parts. After that, you know, whatever here we have written, very easy to memorize this integration by parts formula. First function, integration of second functions minus integral sign. Again, you have to repeat this integral of second function, means integration of 1 dx into differential of first function, means d by dx of your first function is log x dx. This is your formula of integration by parts. Log x, integration of 1 dx is what? X minus integral sign. Integration of 1 dx is your x. Differential of log x is what? 1 by x. It becomes log x, this x write down first, x log x minus this x 1 by x cancel out. Integration of dx is become x plus c. So that is integration of log x always x log x minus x plus constant of integration. Now I'm going to take the problem of integration of trigonometrical functions. Problem number 4 I am going to take. Integration of trigonometrical functions. Suppose you have the problem 2 minus 3 sin x, 2 minus 3 sin x upon cos square x, upon cos square x. How will you integrate it? 2 minus 3 sin x by cos square x. First of all, I told you the concept is what? Whenever you will see your numerator have more terms and your denominator have only one term. Not for this particular problem. Any problems, wherever you will see your numerator have more terms and your denominator have only one term. First of all, what you will do? First of all, you have to split it for any problem of integrations. Okay. Wherever you will see your numerator have more terms and denominator have only one term, split it. So what you can write it is 2 by cos square x minus 3 sin x upon cos square x. Next step will be what? We can write, in the basic trigonometrical functions, 1 by cos square x always what is? Reciprocal of cos square x is secant square x. So it becomes 2 secant square x minus this 3 is 3. Now see here carefully. Sin x by cos square x. Cos square we can take, one is sin x by cos x. Sin x by cos x is what is? Tan x, and 1 cos x, 1 by cos x is what is? Secant x. So we can write sin x by cos square x, secant x into tan x dx. Now we can use the direct formula. Integration of secant square x always tan x. Basics the formula, direct formula of integration. Secant square x integration tan x minus constant as it is. And secant x tan x is what is? Integration of secant x tan x is secant x. Okay, so final answer is 2 tan x minus 3 secant x plus c. Next, problem number 5 I am taking. One upon x plus x log x dx. Integration. See carefully. 1 upon x plus x log x. What we can write it? 1 upon x take common. 1 plus log x dx. Now, these kind of problem where you will see carefully you have the what? Differential coefficient and function. Differential coefficient and function. Carefully you have to see. Definitely the part will be, one part will be your differential coefficient and one part will be your function. So here see carefully. The log x, if you take the function log x, what is the differentiation of log x? 1 by x. 1 by x. Here we have 1 by x. Its meaning is most time you will see what is कि your numerator will be differential coefficient and your denominator will be functions. Okay, same like here is, you will see most part is numerator is your differential coefficient and denominator will be your functions. That is this concept used in method of integration. That is the first is integration by substitution. That is the first method of integration, integration by substitution. The same concept we will apply here. See, we have to take one as a function, to put 1 plus log x, your this denominator part, equal to t. Okay, then this thing you have to differentiate it. What is differentiation of 1? As you know, any constant term differentiation is 0, so no need to write the 0. Log x differentiation is 1 by x. Okay, equal to this t differentiation with respect to x, dt by dx. We can write dx this side, it become 1 by x, dx equal to dt. Why I am taking it is in this way? Because this complete the function which is they have given, we have to change in a new variable, that is the t. Okay, because of we are going to make it is a easy functions. So 1 plus log x, I am taking the t, so that is the new variable. So integration, differentiation, you know, okay, 1 plus log x is 1 by x. Differentiation of t with respect to x is dt by dx. So this dx I am taking 1 by x dx dt. Why? Because we have here 1 by x dx. So now we can substitute this 1 by x dx equal to dt in this given integral. So it becomes integration, in place of 1 by x dx dt, divide by 1 plus log x, we have taken t, dt by t. Integration of 1 by t. We know the integration of 1 by x dx always log x. So 1 by t dt will be what? Log t plus t. Now, in the end, you have to always substitute your given, you have to substitute t value, means you have to always put your the given problem, okay, in same format. Your answer should be in the same format. So what become here? Means log of t, so in place of t is what is we have? 1 plus log x. This last step, never forget it, okay? Because whenever you will see, you leave it in log of t plus c, answer as it is in exam, you will lose the marks because your problem in x, okay? So every time after using the integration by substitutions method, in the last step, you have to put the value of t. So log of 1 plus log x, log of 1 plus log x plus c is your final answer. So in the method of integration, I have already taken one problem, that is your, you know, integration by parts I use in the log x problem. And here I use the integration by substitutions. Next part comes in this, the important part is coming, some tricky problem I am taking. Integration of square root of 1 plus sin x cos x dx. Square root of 1 plus sin x cos x. How will solve it? Okay. Suppose here is also given 1 plus 2 sin x cos x. How will solve it? Square root of this problem. So if you'll go in the formula of that is, if suppose you have the x raised to power n, so you know x to the power n method. So if you'll change it is in square root, so it will become the complete part is 1 plus 2 sin x into cos x to the power 1 by 2 dx. But still solving this problem will be become very complex. You cannot solve it using this the basics, the integral formula. So how to solve this problem? So in this kind of problem, first of all you have to modify the given problem. Okay, you have to modify. This problem is of your trigonometrical functions. So here's some modification work we have to do. How to do it? Our purpose should be how to remove this square root. How to remove this square root? We know cos square x plus sin square x equal to 1. We know the concept of basic trigonometrical concept. Cos square x plus sin square x equal to 1. We have the one. We can replace this one by cos square x plus sin square x. So our problem becomes square root of cos square x plus sin square x plus one more formula we know is sin 2x equal to 2 sin x into cos x. We have here 2 sin x cos x, we can put sin 2x. No need to put. It is just leave as it is. Why I will tell you now. Now see, this formula no need to put here. Okay, depend upon your problem. In this problem, no need to put sin 2x. Why? Because now see here, it what become like a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is become like the algebraic formula a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is always a plus b the whole square. Okay, so using this concept, we can change the problem. Cos square x plus sin square x plus 2 sin x cos x what? Cos x plus sin x the whole square. Cos square plus sin square plus 2 sin x cos x is cos x plus sin x the whole square, and here is the square root. You know, square and square root always cancel out. It will be cancelled out. Now problem become very easy. Just integration of cos x plus sin x. So your given problem reduced in cos x plus sin x. And you know, now is direct formula we can use. Integration of cos x, you know, minus sin x. Sorry, integration of cos x is, you know, sin x, and integration of sin x is minus cos x plus c. Okay. Next problem. Four x plus 2 square root x square plus x plus 1 integrated. 4x plus 2 square root of x square plus x plus 1. If you see the carefully, this problem is, it is the problem of, this problem is of your integration by substitution. So which is here a function and which is here differential coefficient? See carefully. x square plus x plus 1, if you differentiate it, so you will get differential coefficient. So put x square plus x plus 1 equal to t. What is the differential coefficient of this? X square, 2x, x difference is 1, constant always 0, so no need to write, equal to dt by dx we will take this side, it becomes 2x plus 1 dx equal to dt. Now this 4x plus 2, if you take the common 2, what become it is? 2x plus 1 integration square root x square x plus 1 dx. Now use the concept here, these 2x plus 1 dx. 2x plus 1 dx, what we can write? Dt. Constant every time in every problem. Constant always take outside. So 2 integrations dt, and this x square plus x plus 1 t is square root of t. Now this problem become easy. Square root of t is t power 1 by 2. So t power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1. The basic integration formula. X raised to the power n. 2 outside plus constant of integration. The final answer is 2 t power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus c. This 2 take up, 2 into 2, 4. T power 3 by 2 by 3 plus c. Last in the end, last step, I told you कि every time what you have to change your variable in original variable. So original variable is what is our x. So t is what? X square plus x plus 1. So substitute t x square plus x plus 1 raised to the power t by 2. Here 4 and 3 plus c is your final answer. So it is the problem of integration by substitution. Next problem I am taking, problem number 7. Yeah, so now I'm going to take the problem number 7. Next problem. Sin x by 1 plus cos x dx. Integration. How we'll do this problem? You know, this problem is simple as compared to earlier problem. Here what? Cos x differentiation, minus sin x. So we can take 1 plus cos x as a t. 1 plus cos x. Wherever the problem, see how to select key, what you have to do, because there will be never mention in your problem key you have to use which method. So in doing the problem, first of all you see the problem of which type. First it is the trigonometrical functions. Then this function have numerator as well as denominator. So where you have the numerator and denominator, 95% chance your problem will go in integration by substitution. 95% chance, almost. Okay, here you have to use integration by substitution. Okay, so here cos x and sin x wherever present in one same problem. Integration of cos x is minus sin x. integration of cos, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. So we will use this numerator, the denominator part as a functions, which already I told you earlier. Mostly your denominator part will be your functions and your differential coefficient will be in your numerator. So here put 1 plus cos x as a t, cos x minus sin x dt by dx. It become minus sin x dx equal to dt. Substitute here. So minus sign is not here, no problem. Minus sign take with the dt. It become minus dt upon 1 plus cos x is t. Minus sign and 1 by t, integration is log t plus c. So minus log t value is 1 plus cos x plus t. Final answer. Okay. Next problem. Problem number 8. Integration of x plus 1, x plus log x, the whole square, x plus log x, the whole square, upon x dx. How to do this problem? You know log x differential is what? Differentiation of log x is 1 by x. We have here 1 by x term. So wherever you have like that, okay, better is what? Do take log x as a t. So better this part, x plus log x. Differentiation of x, you know, 1 plus log x is 1 by x. Differentiation of t with respect to dt by dx. Now this portion, solve it. What become? X plus 1 by x and dx take this side is equal to dt. You have already, this complete things you have already in the problem. X plus 1 by x dx. X plus 1 upon x dx become dt, and this x plus log x we have taken t, x plus log x the whole square t square. This, see, this problem become so simple. Just t square dt, x raised to the power n, basics different integration formula, you know, x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So it becomes t power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c, t cube upon 3 plus c. Now substitute the t value, x plus log x to the power 3 upon 3 plus c is your final answer. Yeah, so next problem I am going to take the problem number 9. Here I will take the problem of definite integration. Okay, the definite integration problem, you know, okay, always will be their limits. Just like the problem is 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to the power 3 by 2 x upon sine raised to the power 3 by 2 x plus cos raised to the power 3 by 2 x dx. See, before explaining this problem, solving this problem, I want to tell something about you, okay? The problem, you know, integration is the very vast topic. So they can ask in your examination, in your board examination or in any entrance examinations, they can ask you any problem, and there they will never mention, you know, and they will never mention which method you have to use. So how to identify which method you should use? So That is the first, it is the definite integration problem. Okay, definite integration problem must be, there will be use of properties of integral. In the properties of integral, the three properties, very important properties. First is a to b, your lower limit is a, upper limit is b, f of x dx. This properties is here. You can make your functions a to b f of lower limit plus upper limit minus x. It is different. Why? Because of in examinations, so what is, it will be very clear here. So in examinations, you can use it very quickly. So it is what is same like if you 0 plus a, what is 0 plus a? A. It is become a of minus x. Okay. So it looks like here the two properties, but it is one property. Next property is if you have minus a to a, means meaning is the lower limit and upper limit value is same, but sign is different. Sign is opposite. F of x dx. Before solving, what you will do? Before solving, you have to check your given function is even or odd. This f of x. If your f of x, if you check it, if f of x is odd, odd meaning is what is? If put the value of x minus x. If f of minus x become minus f of x. Okay. If your function, how to check the function is odd? If your f of x, f of minus x, if put it become minus of f of x, means your function is odd. So wherever function is odd and limit is minus a to a, this kind of format of any problem of definite integration, answer always becomes 0. Okay. And next is if your f of x is even. Even means f of minus x become f of x. There will be no any change. F of x, if even if you put the minus sign in x, f of minus x become f of x. So this function, we say the even function. In even function, minus a to a f of x, you have to take just 2 times of, now the limit will be changed. Minus a to a becomes 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, like that. So see here is the problem. Whatever I have 0 to pi by 2 means it is the format of this 0 to a f of x dx. That property just use here. This 0 to a f of a minus x. What is here a? Pi by 2. Take it is like I. Okay, integral 0 to pi by 2. Put here a is your pi by 2 means sine raised to the power 3 by 2. Pi by 2 minus x divide by wherever you have the x, it become now pi by 2 minus x. 3 by 2 pi by 2 minus x plus cos raised to the power 3 by 2 pi by 2 minus x. Use the basic trigonometrical concept. Sin pi by 2 minus x, always we know it becomes cos x. It becomes cos raised to the power 3 by 2 x by cos raised to the power 3 by 2 x, and cos pi by 2 minus x becomes sin x. Because in the first quadrant, there is no any issue. In the first quadrant, you know, all the trigonometrical terms will be positive. So sin pi by 2 minus x become cos x, cos pi by 2 minus x is sin x. So plus sin x raised to the power 3 by 2 x dx. Okay, it is your I 0 to pi by 2. The next step, add both. Okay, both integral. So I plus I, you know, become what is 2i 0 to pi by 2. Now this part adding this part, you know, this and this adding. What become? Numerator, denominator is same. You know, wherever the denominator will be the same, because here sine is equal to 3 by 2x plus cos is equal to 3 by 2x, and here it become cos is equal to 3 by 2x plus sine is equal to 3 by 2x. Both denominator are same. So where denominator are same, what we do? We directly add the numerator part. So here sine is equal to 3 by 2 x plus this cos raised to the power 3 by 2x divided by sine raised to the power 3 by 2x plus cos raised to the power 3 by 2x dx. Your numerator and denominator part becomes same. It's cancelled out. It becomes just 1 dx. 1 dx integration, you know. Integration of 1 dx what become? X. So its integration is just x, and the limit 0 to pi by 2. You know, value will become, substitute x is lower limit and upper limit and lower limit is pi by 2 minus 0 is pi by 2. But this pi by 2 is what? 2i. 2i is equal to pi by 2. And your problem is what? Is just I. So the last step, never forget it. Okay? You never forget to take it is I. Otherwise the value will become what is wrong, because 2i is your pi by 2. So final answer I means your problem. This problem integration is what is? Pi by 2, and this 2 is this side 1 by 2, pi by 4. Okay. So one easy trick I am telling you. Wherever the problem you will see, your problem is the format of 0 to a f of x dx. If this property will be suit 0 to a f of a minus x dx, wherever in any problem of definite integration, what is a shortcut trick to know your answer without solving? That will be very useful for your any entrance examinations. Upper limit is what? It becomes just half value. Okay, if your problem on this format, okay, if your 0 to a f of x dx, 0 to a f of a minus x dx will be what is? You can apply in your given integral of definite integrations, then directly answer will become your upper limit half, means a by 2. Just like in this, what is pi by 2? Pi by 2 half is what is? Pi by 4. This everywhere, if this property will be used. Okay, so that is the one trick to how to know the answer of the problem without solving. So now the last problem I'm going to take, the problem number 10. Problem number 10. If you have the problem, sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. Sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square dx, and limit you have 0 to 1. Limit you have 0 to 1. How you will do the problem? See, the problem is mix of combination of what is algebraic functions here with inverse trigonometrical functions. So wherever these kind of problem, one thing is very clear, okay, these kind of problems solution will be not small, not short problems. Okay, it will be simplify. It will take time because it comes in the long answer questions. Because wherever the two types, inverse trigonometrical function with the algebraic functions, the problem answer will become long. So here what we will do, this part see carefully. 2x 1 plus x square. We know one formula, sine 2 theta is always 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, the basics concept of trigonometry. Sine 2 theta is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Here what we can do, if you will take x as a tan theta, so what become it's same like na? 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta means it becomes sine 2 theta. You know already outside the sine will be cancelled out. Your problem will become very simple. So same this concept use here. Put x equal to tan theta. So it meaning is what is if we are changing the complete problem. Here variable is x. We are going to change the variable in theta. So each and everywhere we have to change. Okay. So first of all, if x is tan theta, what will be its integral? This will be differential. Dx equal to tan theta is what? Differentiation of tan theta, you know, secant square theta d theta, because we are differentiating with respect to x. So that's why x differentiation is dx, tan theta is secant square theta d theta. Now change this complete. So here is what is sine inverse. This become 2 in place of x tan theta, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay. And now in place of dx, never write directly d theta, because dx is what is become here. See, x is tan theta, so dx is what is secant square theta d theta. So this in place of dx here, complete this secant square theta d theta. This complete right down here, secant square theta d theta. Everything we did, but one thing more we have to. Here we change it is the given function in variable theta, but limit is here 0 to 1 in x. So this also we have to change. So here see, very easy. Here is what is lower limit is 0. So wherever x is 0, what become your tan theta like that? So we know if in place of x putting 0, tan theta. So we know tan 0 is tan theta, tan 0 degree is 0. So no issue. Here it become what is lower limit becomes 0 degree. Okay. Now upper limit is 1, means in place of x is 1. 1 equal to tan theta. 1 equal to tan theta means what? If theta is your tan inverse 1. Whenever theta is will be tan inverse 1. Which value? We know tan pi by 4. Tan 45 degrees always 1. It meaning is theta tan inverse 1 value is what is pi by 4. So our limit become now 0 to 1 now becomes 0 to pi by 4. So problem is now 0 to pi by 4 integral, or this part is already here, becomes sine 2 theta and here sine inverse secant square theta d theta. You know, inverse with the basic every time cancelled out. So sine inverse sine will be cancelled out. It become only 2 theta into secant square theta d theta, limit 0 to pi by 4. Okay. This 2 you can take outside. So just theta into secant square theta d theta. Okay. So this problem we can solve by how? Integration by parts. Okay. Further is problem now become simple. Just you have to use the integration by parts, which rule already I told you. Eilert rule you will use, and then you can simplify it. Okay. So now I'm going to wind up. I am going to stop my demo class, my video. Okay, fine. Thank you.